Welcome everyone to Hillcrest Connects, where we briefly want to share with you what it means to meet together as we catch a glimpse of what God is doing in and through our congregation. Today we have with us Michelle Maurer. She is on staff here at the church. Welcome, Michelle.
Thank you.
So tell us a little bit about COVID-19 and how it's affected your family, how it's affected your work and that relationship.
I remember when they first set out the social restrictions for COVID-19, and I thought to myself, okay, we're all switching sort of into survival mode here, and what's my situation? So I have lots of physical space where I live. My kids are grown up, they're adults, they can watch out for themselves. I don't have any elderly people that I'm caring for right now, and we're all healthy and have jobs where there's small groups of people. So I thought, we're in a really decent situation. That's good. And then I kind of hear my mom's voice saying, yeah, but what about the people that aren't in that situation? How do you think they're feeling right now? And so, yeah, I was thinking about the moms with little kids, and all of a sudden they go from having their week to plan for themselves to now the kids are home nonstop and you're their teacher. So I can imagine just how it would be to not have enough time to psych yourself up for that. I really feel for them, and also for people who have aging parents that are maybe in a facility, counting on them for socialization as well as supplies. Some of those folks maybe are not even able to understand why their loved ones can't come and visit, and that would be hard to grapple with. Those emotions would be deep. So that gave me an appreciation for more of what people are going through.
So how is that appreciation and that understanding of what others are going through, how is that affecting your work and what you do?
Well, part of what I do on staff here is in Sunday service design and organization, helping those details of the service come together. And part of it is helping out with communications and getting information to people and keeping them connected and all those kinds of things. So it plays heavily into everything I do, actually. And I think that if most people who continued to work through this season have kind of still had a lot of the same things, same responsibilities. Got to get from A to B this week. Only now there's a lot of obstacles between A and B, and you have to figure out how are you going to overcome those obstacles, get around them, to still get that job done at the end of the week. So one of the things I noticed when I started working at Hillcrest is how everybody has their sort of favorite method of communicating. Even on staff, some people want to email, some want to text, some want to face-to-face, they want to phone you and talk to you. And it's really hard to even get a small staff all on the same method of communication. So then you add a congregation of, 1,000, 1,500 people. Some want to hold communication in their hands and read it. Some want to glance at an infographic and feel like they know all they need to know. Some love social media. Some won't touch it. Some don't feel like it's important if it hasn't been communicated verbally from the pulpit or from someone personally. And as far as the Sunday service part of it, we wanted to make sure that people can still feel like it's as similar of a service as what they would come to live. And that's meant some adjustments. We can only have so many people in the room at a time. So we found different ways to do things, some of those using video again. And so that's been a great partnership that I don't know how we would have accomplished some of these things without the video ministry component. So very thankful for that. We have a great tech director, and he has been planning ahead to doing webcasting for fall. But of course, we jump-started and we had to be ready for Sunday. So hats off again to Alexis and to yourself and to Grant Boyd for stepping up to supply information from past procedures and just navigating this series of changes. There's been equipment that had to get upgraded. That equipment has to get along with our software and they have to be compatible. So there's been all kinds of limitations and challenges. And I know that Alexis is the kind of guy who would rather forget what a day off looks like than not do the best he can with what we have. So it'll just keep getting better, and we're looking forward to when volunteers can jump back in and learn it.
So what's been most challenging for you during this season? What do you miss the most?
Actually, probably learned that I am maybe self-isolating more than I should be during normal season. Our whole family is kind of homebodies, and so we have lots of things to do at home. We enjoy our time at home and together. And I think on one hand, you try not to look at the people who are enjoying a season of time off and relaxation. In our head, we know there's a price they're paying for that time off, but when you're busy and the work is not super easy, you do tend to kind of wish for that time. So just finding ways to still build in time that is relaxation, enjoy some of those nuggets of trying a new hobby, doing something out of the ordinary, making something you can look back on and say, that's what I did during COVID.
Do you have a message you'd like to share with your church family, some words of encouragement?
Always. Last week, the verse in Hebrews 10:24 kind of popped out to me. Spur one another. Let us consider how we can spur one another on to love and to good works. And the word spur just kind of went 3D for me. It's like that word has so much horsepower. That's not just a casual term or suggestion. Spur one another on and do it together, that you would find a way to maybe reach outside of your comfort communication method into one that is meaningful to someone else. So maybe you're going to actually use the phone setting on your cell phone and call somebody and let them hear your voice and you hear their voice. Maybe you're going to text a teen and just let them know you're thinking about them. Maybe you're going to color a picture and send it to a child in your life so that they can put it on their fridge, you know. I was just saying, let your love for Jesus be the wind that fills your sails and see where it takes you.
Thanks, Michelle, for coming in and sharing with us. We really appreciate your time. And thank you for joining with us. To stay connected with us, sign up on Realm, follow us on our social media sites, or visit us at hillcrestchurch.net.